Are you tired of seeing your beautiful Unreal Engine 5 project lagging or losing frames? Today, I'll show you how to boost your FPS without compromising visual quality. Optimization isn't just for lower-end machines. Whether you're creating games, films, or architectural visuals, smooth performance is essential. The first step to boosting performance is using LODs. These reduce the detail of distant objects, freeing up resources for closer, more important visuals. Moving to my project, and I have opened my Asset Details panel. Here we can work with LODs. As you can see, I just have one level of LODs, which is LOD 0, which means the asset is set to full resolution no matter what's the distance the camera has. Now we will create LODs inside Unreal Engine automatically. Now scroll down on Details panel and look for LOD Settings section, and then change LOD group from none to the group according to your asset. In my case it's a large prop. It can be large prop or foliage or small prop in your case. And click yes. We have to wait for few seconds because Unreal Engine processing the asset, and then we will get more LODs levels for our asset. You have to do it to every asset that causing performance issue in your scene. As you can see, we got 3 more levels of LODs for this asset, so when you move away from your asset the total triangles of that asset will reduce to take less load on our GPU, which is why we need to use LODs in our games and film projects. We get a lot of good amount of performance boost with this. Second step, Nanite. Nanite is a game changer for high poly models, but if used incorrectly, it can still hurt performance. Let's import our asset from Quixel Bridge to our content browser first. Now right-click on Static Mesh and enable Nanite before dragging this asset to our scene. You can also double-click on Mesh and open Details panel and enable Nanite support from here as well. Now you can drag your asset to your scene, and when Nanite is enabled, assets don't cause any lags. Third step is using virtual textures. Virtual textures can reduce the strain on memory without losing texture quality. I'll show you how to enable it. First, open your project settings and search for virtual textures, and then enable virtual texture support and also enable virtual texture on texture import, and on the virtual texture section keep resolution at 4K or any resolution you like it to have. When you enable virtual textures, it basically do is reduce texture quality when object is far away from your camera and keep high resolution textures for closer objects in your scene, which increase the performance of your Unreal Engine. When you use assets from Quixel Bridge, they have virtual textures with them. If you create assets by yourself or download from somewhere else, you will have to create virtual textures for them. Step 3 is Profiling Tool. No optimization process is complete without profiling your project to see what's causing slowdowns. I'll take you through how to use Unreal's built-in profiler. Go to Console and type a profile GPU and a profiling tool window will pop up. And you can see the scene bar looks green. It means the scene is totally optimized, but in most cases it can appear red and mixed with green. To check what's causing the performance issue, we can just click on Duration button down here and see what took longest to render in scene. In my case it's shadows and lighting. It can be anything else in your case, and then you can start optimizing that particular thing in your scene. Step 5. Optimization Viewmodes. Once you're done with profiling tool, now you can use optimization Viewmodes to find if any assets causing slowdowns into your Unreal Engine. First click on Lit Mode, and then go to Optimization Viewmodes, and then click on Shader Complexity. If everything appear green, it means the scene is completely optimized for your game or your film renders, but if we find any asset that appears red, it means that asset causing the lag in your scene. You can just decrease the triangles or scale of that asset or replace it with another suitable one, and that will fix the problem. Once you've done everything I showed in this video, you will gain a lot of performance. As you can see, if my FPS was around 28 and now I'm getting almost 100 frames per second, which is a good improvement to our scene.